want to start right off with the interview I did with Jerry back the first year in the predictions. Here we are 23 days into 2018. We've already seen gold jump 3.75%, silver 3.3%, palladium 5.1%, and platinum 9.8%, the one metal I recommended you get just 3 weeks ago when I did this show with Jerry, making my annual predictions. And certainly nobody knows how it's going to end up, but we feel very strongly about platinum. Even after the big jump it's already had in less than a month, we still feel there's room in your portfolio for platinum and certainly for gold and silver. Palladium's getting really topsy right now, so it worries me a little bit. But the key element, as we've talked about over the years, is the dollar. The dollar's plummeted today on the 23rd. It's in a free fall. It's down 65 basis points. You're seeing gold soar. It's up 20-something dollars. Silver's up 50-something cents. Platinum's up. Palladium's up. And the stock market's up a little bit, but the bond market is getting plummeted, which leads me to the point I want to make, one of the main points I want to make, in addition to what has already happened. I mean, this deficit thing is horrible. Nobody, Democrat, Republican, wants to set up. All they want to do is keep kicking the can down the road. So we all knew as soon as this plan was passed to not shut the government down, the dollar would deteriorate. We're the highest debt country in the world. I've told you many times, look at usdebt.org and just watch the debt now headed toward 21 trillion and nothing to slow it down. The dollar will continue to fall. There will be times it has bear market rallies, but the U.S. dollar is toast. Our policies are awful to try to deal with strengthening the dollar because this president doesn't want a strong dollar. Corporations don't want a strong dollar. They want to be able to sell their goods at a cheaper dollar amount. So what you got to do is realize if you're holding bonds, you need to get out of them. You need to get out of them quickly. And you will see 2 or 3 interest rate hikes this year, which is going to hurt real estate. It's going to hurt bonds for sure. Stock can go either way. Metals will win. This is the year. We had a great year in gold last year. We had a very respectable year in silver at 5.2%, and an unbelievable year in palladium, over 50% up in 2017. So all I can tell you is the longer you wait to buy these metals, the costlier they're going to be. And there's certainly things I know I can't talk about them in a non-disclosure situation, but there are some big things coming to the metal markets that involve cryptocurrencies and also a potential large buyer in the Middle East that could be the largest purchase of physical silver ever. And once again, I can't tell you when, and I can't tell you for sure it's going to happen. The other thing I want to end up with is every year we get the value of investments in the world, and this is what it looks like right here. And there's $401 trillion of investments, of which 228 trillion of 401 trillion is in real estate. These are skyscrapers all over the world. You see in New York and Dubai and Japan and all that. Those are investments because the people are collecting rent. It's a business. So 228 trillion out of 401 trillion. And then in bonds, it's just hit 100 trillion. Now, this is the stack where it's going to come out. It's 25% of all the world investable dollars are in some kind of bond worldwide. As interest rates go up and the dollar goes down, the bond market is already getting hit and will pick up. The stock market is at 70 trillion, which is about 16-17% of the world's investments. And certainly there's room for stocks to go up higher, no question about it. So bonds are the ones that are going to go peeled off. Some of that may go into stocks, but certainly we feel that gold and silver that's currently only 3.1 trillion, 3.1 trillion, which is 0.75% of the world investments. Back in 1980, when gold got up to 850 and silver got up to 50, we saw where it was 4% of the investment market. So right now, it's got 5 or 6 times to go up to be 4%. But even if it gets to 1.5%, that will double gold and silver. If it just goes to where it's worth 1.5% of the world's investment pool instead of 0.75%. And as I said in my interview with Jared, you can still go back and listen to the first week of January. And I would, if you haven't heard it, I would do it because it's my year projections and predictions that we did pretty darn good last year, except for silver. We thought it would go up 15%. It only went up 5.2%. But everything else is in a gun mode. So watch the dollar, watch the dollar, watch the dollar. Watch the bond market as it begins to unravel, and keep an eye on it closely. And this is going to be a great year for gold and silver and platinum and possibly palladium. But you need to get your portfolio balanced the way you want it balanced between stocks, bonds, real estate, gold, silver, whatever you have in your portfolio. But I would get very aggressive with the metals this year because we're off to a good start. There's no guarantee it's going to continue. But if you're listening to that interview, I talk about the ups and downs and what can happen. But if you need to talk to us and reach us about our unbelievable storage program, the lowest storage fees in the world at COMEX warehouses, I've worked out for my investors and my investors only. So you'll get incredible rates. We can talk to you. We can't mention them on a public platform like this, but we'll talk to you personally about it. So you can reach us at 800-247-2812. That's 800-247-2812. And if you need a self-directed precious metals IRA, we can help you set that up. We can't be your custodian, but we can help you find the right custodian. But we can be your representative and your broker in the transactions. If you want to roll over out of some other instrument and go to a self-directed precious metals IRA, we can help you with that. We can help you with the storage and go over that. And if you already got things stored, once you buy a minimum 10,000 and get a number at these COMEX warehouses, we can then help you transfer it and get this very, very low rate that you're getting from us. We have saved dozens of people thousands and thousands of dollars in storage fee by having them move to be with us. And we'll also talk to you about our low markups, what we charge, and we don't charge anything on the back end. We know nobody else that does this. So give us a call once again at 800-247-2812. This is Tom Cloud signing out with this week's Precious Metals Market Update.